It's time for Wild About Trial, where two lawyers square off on the most interesting cases across the country today. With us, criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor Bob Bianchi, as well as defense attorney Misty Marris. Thanks as always for being here. All right, first story is out of California. Former state assemblyman Steve Clute has been charged with a felony for allegedly giving a gun to his wife so she could commit suicide. According to court documents, Clute says his wife, a well-known college professor, was in chronic back pain and he gave her the gun as an option. Since the condition wasn't terminal, prosecutors say legally he should be charged with aiding her suicide. He's pleading not guilty.
From something really suspicious is going on here. Everybody was shocked at this. And you know what? Lots of people have back pain. Lots of people suffer from that. They don't put a gun to their heads and shoot themselves. And their husbands don't wait 45 minutes, change their clothes 3 times. And when they get on the phone with the dispatcher, and I find this very interesting, he says she committed suicide, and then he provides an explanation because she was in back pain. I'm sorry, people that are under the stress of that situation don't act that way. You have to use your common sense when you evaluate the facts of a case. And something about this is really odd.
It's a tragedy that this woman ended her life. Of course, every other scenario should have been explored before she took that action. But that's the key word, Chris. She ended her life. She took the autonomous decision to kill herself.
How common sense is this? How odd is it that he gives a gun and he says, hey, listen, if you should have, maybe you will. If not, good luck with that. And he's sitting there sleeping. She doesn't say, honey, this is going to be the day. Darling, I love you so much. I've just got to do this. He's sleeping and she decides all of a sudden randomly just to shoot herself. And then he decides to change his clothes.
She's the one that made that choice. Also, those facts cut the other way. Here you have somebody who might have just been having these conversations in the abstract, not really a plan, thinking that she was actually going to go through with it. If you're having a conversation, I say, if you were going to kill yourself, how would you do it? And you do it, I'm not liable for aiding in the commission of your suicide.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is completely
ladies and gentlemen of the jury, just use your common sense. Would you, if your wife was having some back pain, let me finish, would you, if your wife was having some back pain, instead of sending her to the doctor and redoing her medication or taking other treatments, give her a gun and say, honey, go at it?
She made the decision to end her life. I think what you're going to see here is a plea deal from the prosecution.
Okay, our last story is out of Minnesota, and we have to warn you, some of this video may be disturbing. Desiree Collins is suing a police officer after she was attacked by his canine while she was taking out the trash. Officer Thaddeus Schmidt and his dog were pursuing 2 burglary suspects when the dog viciously latched onto Collins' arm. The officer was suspended for a day and has gone through training. The police have said it was simply a mistake, but now the question is, does she deserve to win a lawsuit in this case?
Look, the cop clearly did not want this to happen, but unfortunately for him, it's the second time for him and his dog that they bit an innocent person. Bottom line is, if you lose control of your dog and they hurt somebody, you're going to be paying money in a civil suit.
It's not just a simple negligence case, because you can't bring civil claims in negligence against the police department.
Your driveway to put the trash out, you shouldn't be attacked by a police dog.
I mean, no question about that. But in order to bring this case, you have to bring it as what's called a civil rights violation. So you have to say that the officer violated her Fourth Amendment right to unreasonable search and seizure.
When they say Fourth Amendment violation, what that essentially means is that your person was somehow attacked, seized, or whatever.
Bit by a
she
dog.
was bit by a dog, dragged down, knocked out of her shoes, and is screaming as they're trying to get the dog off her, help me, help me.
We're trying to get you off.
The allegation is that he did make the statement that the dogs were on the loose. The question is whether he made it enough, if he should have repeated it. And so all of that is going to come into play.
At the end of the day, Bob, what is justice here? What does she get out of this?
I think they're going to offer a reasonable settlement, and she's going to take it, and I think the case is going to go away. And that's the right thing to do, because I think the agency is handling this incident correctly rather than trying to say, hey, it's not our fault.
Now, we want to hear from you. Do you think this woman deserves a settlement from the officer in the police department, or was he just doing his job? Sound off right now on our Facebook page. Bob, Misty, thank you as always. We appreciate it. So if you want to know more about these stories, go to wildabouttrial.com or crimewatchdaily.com. I'm Chris Hansen. If you like this story, make sure you tune in every day to Crime Watch Daily. You can find where the show airs in your city at crimewatchdaily.com. Watch it live or record it on your DVR and watch it at night. And to all those criminals out there, remember, we are watching.